there is a way in which social conditions in both countries compel a gravitation towards one another, isn't it? And that's exactly what has been happening. The questions we've been dealing with in Zimbabwe, South Africa is beginning to grapple with now. Right. So naturally, you are seeing an evolving African agenda, Southern African agenda for a start. But I see it going beyond Southern Africa. Yes. After all, the whole notion of value addition and industrialization was a product of Zimbabwean planning, sold to SADC initially and now sold to the continent, which is why it is a continental theme now. I think it's all around. We talk about land question, you talk about ownership of minerals, you talk about empowerment of locals, right? You say that it's a real echo. I would say, oh, that sounds familiar. It can only utilize experience from elsewhere. There are never any two countries that are Siamese in terms of social conditions. They will have their own strategies of resolving these same questions. But fundamentally, there is that element. And this has been the point which the president has been making. He bears the wounds of a pioneer, right? But insofar as he has been a pioneer, he has naturalized certain questions on the continent, right? When South Africa talks about land question, no one says, what's that? Because already there has been that in Zimbabwe. So there's a way in which certain fundamental questions, which would have been a novelty yesterday, have become naturalized by virtue of what Zimbabwe has done. And for us, that's our only contribution to the African Revolution. It can't be seen as a man revising his views on land question. That's completely to misread Mugabe. That's not the kind of person I know and I've worked with. The beneficiaries. To turn that key asset from mere symbolism to a sweating one. That was the essence of his message.